Hi y'all, welcome back to Geek Homestead. Today I'm going to be making pumpkin pies for Thanksgiving dinner. And so today I'm going to do the crusts for the pumpkin pies. One of them is going to be a graham cracker crust and the other is going to be the flour pastry type crust. So to start off, I've got the graham cracker in a Ziploc bag here that I'm just going to beat them until it's powder. And in the bowl here, I've got about 1/4 cup of softened butter that we're going to use for that. And in that, you're going to put in about 1/4 cup of white sugar, which ends up being about 3 tablespoons. So we're going to put 3 tablespoons sugar in here. And then we're just going to try and mix that up a little bit. I had read another recipe that actually called for you to put an egg in it, the graham cracker crust, if you did not want the crust to, just crumble to pieces when you take it out of the pan. So I tried that just to see how it would be, and I did not like it at all. It just turned out to be kind of gloppy and just didn't taste very good at all, so we're just going to go with a regular traditional crumble graham cracker crust. So anyway, got the butter and the sugar all mixed together, and we'll be back after I get these graham crackers all pounded down and everything into powder and add that in, okay? Hey, we're back. Okay, so we got the graham crackers pretty much crumbled down into powder. There are a few chunks still in here, but I'm not too worried about that. So I measured out 1 1/4 cups. So we're going to mix that in with our butter sugar. And then we're just going to mix that all together. It's supposed to be kind of thick, but you're able to kind of mold it to the pie pan that you're going to put it in. Get this mixed together. And you see it kind of clumping up a little bit. That's good. That's what you want there. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to press it into a pie pan. I have glass one here, ungreased pie pan. So we're just going to drop all this in here. A bit more right there. Okay. Some people use a fork. A lot of people I've heard use their fingers to do this. Right now I'm just going to use a fork to kind of mash it all down. Make sure it's all kind of together, and then I will mold it into the pan. You want to spread it evenly as well as put it up on the sides of your pie pan. So, alright, so I will finish, I can do it now. Not going to hurt anything. Just press it together to get it molded into your pie pan. And you want an even coat all over. So sometimes you get holes in there, so you just kind of spread it around some more to help cover that in. You get a really nice just move this around a little bit more. Okay, so that's about what you're going to have. You know, pretty even all the way around, and it's all up the sides. So now we're gonna bake this at 350 degrees for about 10 minutes, and then we're gonna let it cool. And after it's cooled off, then we'll add our pumpkin pie filling to it, and then we'll bake that. But anyway, we'll bring you back as soon as this comes out of the oven after the 10 minutes, and just cooking the crust, and let's see how that looks. Hi y'all. Okay, so this graham cracker crust, pie crust cooked in the oven at 350 degrees for about 10 minutes. And as you can see, it's really nice and pretty right now. It's really hot at the moment, but let's see. I'll get both of them on here so I can get a closer view of it to show you what it looks like. Anyway, you can still see some of the larger clumps still in there, but it's nice. Good smelling crust, and I'm hoping it'll be really good for the pumpkin pie. If you see my other videos on where we made the actual pumpkin pie filling, I'm going to put the pumpkin pie filling into this graham cracker crust, and the pie filling we made from the larger pumpkin is going to go into a flaky flour traditional pie crust, which I will do in just a couple minutes. So anyway, we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. I'm going to make the flour pie crust now. You're going to use about 1.5 cups of white flour. 1.5 cups there. You're going to add a teaspoon of salt. There you go. 1 teaspoon of salt. 1/3 cup of oil. Just regular vegetable oil works just fine. And then we want 3 tablespoons of milk. So I'm going to put in about half of this half-cup measure. A little bit more milk for it. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to get a spoon here, and I'm just going to stir this up. This is a no egg crust. So we're going to get this mixed up, and then we'll press it into the pie pan, kind of like we did the graham cracker crust also, making sure it's even all the way around it, and up the sides too. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's holding together well, chunking up. So we'll put this in the pan, and we'll get this one put in the oven. Again, you're going to use 1.5 cups of flour, 1/3 cup of oil, a teaspoon of salt, and 3 tablespoons of milk. And you're going to bake this at 450 degrees for 8 to 10 minutes. So we'll let you see how that looks when it comes out. Hi, welcome back to Geek Homestead. I'm making the pumpkin pies now. The crusts have been baked and are cooling, and so we're going to go ahead and make the pie filling to go in them. Making the 2 pumpkin pies I told you about. One from the actual pie pumpkin that we canned up, and then the other one is just a regular large pumpkin. We made them the same way, canned them up the same way in jars, and I'm going to make the same recipe with the 2 different pies to see if there's a taste difference. So for this recipe, I've got 3 eggs. I'm going to add sugar, the canned up pumpkin, a little bit of milk, and it says a little bit of vanilla. So we'll get all that mixed up. And before I add the pumpkin in, I'll show you the color difference of the 2. Anyway, so we'll get all that mixed up, and we'll be right back. Hi y'all. Okay, we got all our wet ingredients mixed in here for the pie filling, or for the pumpkin pie anyway. The pie filling is here in these containers. This is what I set aside to actually make pies with, and the rest of it we had all canned up. In the smaller bowl here, we've got the pie pumpkin that we made. It's got a little bit of a lighter brown color to it, and it cooked up a lot smoother. Wasn't quite as chunky. And then here we've got the large pumpkin. As you can see on the side here, it's a little bit watery, but it's been sitting for a little bit in the fridge so I can make the pies. So we'll mix all that together. But the color difference, this one is a bit darker brown. You should be able to see that. But like I said, we made them up the same way. Same amount of ingredients and proportion-wise for the size of the pumpkins. So, I mean, they're basically cooked the same, just one was a lot more. The pie was a lot bigger. Anyway, so I will get these mixed up in the bowls and then pour them in the pie shells, and then we'll let you see that before it goes in the oven. Okay, the pies are about to go in the oven. It's ready, set for 350 degrees. Since I already baked the pie crust, I'm going to bake these for probably about 20 minutes and then check on them. The pie pumpkin filling is here in the flaky pie crust, and the large pumpkin pie filling is in the graham cracker crust. So we're going to let those bake, and then we'll give you an update on how they taste and everything later on. Thanks so much for watching, and hope y'all enjoy.